Hey guys, so today I want to discuss with you something that we really cannot control as contractors, and that is the bidding process by our customers that would be deemed unfair. Now, and you say, well, what do I mean by this? Well, I bid a project for a neighbor to my yard, to where I park equipment, and he asked me for a price to extend his driveway wider to the left. Had to remove bushes, some grass, but the real point of issue that he had was that the neighbor is approximately 6 feet higher than he is, and there is a 12-foot buffer zone. It's a patch of grass, and it's sloped nicely from the neighbor's grade down to zero where his driveway is. So what would end up happening is, since we're widening it by 4 feet, now that slope would become a cliff and would actually be cut sharply down. So another part of his price that he wanted was to regrade that entire area to make it a gentle slope from the neighbor to the new driveway width. Obviously, you want the driveway area to be flat, so you can't pitch it on the up to try to match the existing dirt. So I gave him a price of $3,600. It wasn't a lot of cement. It was more the dirt and the machine time that was the real issue. It was a pretty straightforward, easy thing to do. So I gave him that price, and he came back to me and said, well, I have a contractor who's willing to do it for $3,200. Do you want to match that price? I said, well, give me a day. Let me look over my notes, and I'll get back to you on it. So I looked over my notes. There was just nothing I can do. The disposal of the grass and the bushes was just a lot of money. And I had to take out 2 truckloads of dirt to be able to slope that grade to what he wanted. Turns out he hired another contractor. I did not match that price of $3,200, and I now pass the house. I mean, we're going weeks now. He had a guy do the job. I actually know the contractor. He's a nice guy, good contractor, not a cheap jerk who would undercut you. Normal guy. But what he ended up doing was he did not regrade that slope. He just cut the 4 feet out and poured the new cement and went on his merry way. Now, that was not the bid. That was not the job. So now I see why he was $400 cheaper than me, because that $400 was a truckload of dirt and the machine time to get it out. So now I see he actually made a little bit of extra money than I would have made. But he was my neighbor. I did not go to hit him with a sledgehammer, but I did charge what I would consider a normal rate for the job. I do not know this man. He's just my neighbor, And so that's something that you're not going to be able to control. So that was not the job. And he now has put new sod on it, and no one has regraded the slope. It's just a cliff. It's an embankment to his new extended width driveway. So, not that it upset me that I did not do the job, but it bothered me in the sense of being a contractor, because now I missed out on a job for a couple of dollars. I could have matched that price if I could have done the exact same thing that he had done. So, this is just something that you cannot control, and it has happened to me numerous times. This is not the first time, but when you bid a job, just outline everything you're going to do in your proposal, which is what I did as well. So this way the customer can compare apples to apples and orange to oranges. It's not always going to work out that way. And you're going to lose out projects to other people who undercut like that and don't do the job the way you were going to do it. But the point that upset me the most was, sorry about the camera, I'm going on a very steep hill here, but the point that bothered me the most was that he made such a point that he wanted this graded out nicely, and it was a whole truckload of dirt to make it sloped properly again. And it doesn't look nice now. They didn't put a curb wall, they didn't do anything, it's just dirt straight down. So I would say it's about 10 inches, maybe a foot, a good foot higher than the driveway. So I don't know if he had an argument with the guy or whatever. I mean, I've never spoken to him about it, and I never will. But, you know, it's just something you're going to have to deal with. So outline your proposals in detail, and hopefully this doesn't happen to you too often, and you can make some money. So guys, that was the story I wanted to share with you. If you have any stories that you would like to share, please feel free to leave them in the comment box. Take care, guys. Be safe. Have a good day.